Hi there, I'm a design innovation student from GSA and I'm here to talk about coffee. If you're like me, I'm sure you start your day with a cup of coffee in the morning. My coffee waste journey started when my neighbor slipped in a note under my door, letting me know that our recycling bin wouldn't be collected by the council due to COVID-19. It got me thinking, what happens if I don't recycle my coffee waste? Let's take a look at some numbers from my desk research. First of all, 30 billion capsules end up in the landfill every year. That amount of capsules can encircle our planet 6 times. Secondly, it'll take 200 years for plastic to decompose. Thirdly, unattended coffee grounds will emit methane, a greenhouse gas 32 times more potent than carbon dioxide. Why is recycling difficult? It's because of the composition of coffee capsules and complicated recycling schemes. To recycle, people have to separate its 3 components, and governments and companies are not making it easy to recycle. On the government level, for a small capsule, just look at how many different bins people need to use. On the company level, there are multiple recycling policies, which is confusing. There's also the issue with geographical restriction and unclear instruction. Finding out how to recycle capsules is like being in a maze. In conclusion, the burden placed on users means they might not bother to recycle. Changing the situation should start with emphasizing with people involved. 4 groups of stakeholders are identified. First of all, the capsule users. Using Mural, I interviewed 5 individuals, including 2 extreme users. I divided my questions into 3 sections: purchasing, using, and disposing, to understand user behavior. After gaining the data, I first used affinity diagramming. When patterns started to emerge, I used DIKW scheme to gain insights, and here's what I found. First of all, people choose capsule machine because of its convenience.
I use my capsules if it's like I'm in a rush, like for convenience.
When users rank different coffee methods, despite there are more environmentally friendly methods such as mocha pots, French press, people choose capsule machines for its convenience, consistent taste, and versatility. It means advocating a green method will need a lot of efforts if it's not convenient. In addition, refillable and compostable pots are not the answer. Combining insights from my interviews, I conducted an online ethnography. I browsed hundreds of reviews on Amazon and completed an empathy map. People love the idea of refillable pots, but they complained about the coffee tastes watery. Since compostable pots are a little bit more expensive, my participants said they wouldn't consider them. Similarly, people choose convenience for the recycling systems. They don't want to take pots apart.
The better recycling has got to be number 1. Number 2, tangible products. Number 3, monetary incentives.
In terms of government, I had a phone conversation with Marine Policy Officer Ali Gordon and went to Waterfront Recycling Center with an engagement tool. Because of limited resources, the council has other priorities than coffee capsule waste for now. I interviewed 6 environmental organizations. 2 of them are charities. 4 are for-profit organizations dealing with coffee waste. I adopted different interview methods. Collaborating with Garfi, we interviewed Phil, the manager of Wastebusters. Using our first engagement tool, an explainer video for 5 sustainable design strategies, we wanted to give a structure to our conversation. After the video, we used Miro. With the strategies listed on the left, we asked Phil which initiatives at Wastebusters belong to which strategies and how to motivate people to be more sustainable. Garfi and I collaborated again to interview Neil, the general manager at Green Hive. Noticing that too much information was packed in the first explainer video, we refined it. Using Google Form, we played each strategy before asking about Green Hive's initiatives. After the interview, I analyzed the data for both Wastebusters and Green Hive and understood different business models. Using a workshop format, I interviewed Scott from Revive, an award-winning eco-prize that develops natural bio-oils and fertilizers from spent coffee grounds, and I mapped out their journey. The company first collects spent coffee grounds from cafes, restaurants, and offices. They send back an impact report to let companies know each of their positive impacts in a quantifiable measure. They then process the coffee grounds and distribute the bio oils and soil conditioners. Revive and Green Hive offer different perspectives on how to motivate people to be more sustainable. As a charity, Green Hive believed in education and campaigning. As an enterprise, Revive emphasized on circular economy. Using the same workshop format, I interviewed Susan, who turns capsules into jewelry and mapped out her journey and frustration. She collects used pots from friends and cleans them. She then looks for inspiration in nature and composes her artwork. She takes photos for marketing purposes, and she distributes her work on Etsy and at craft fair. The fifth organization I interviewed was Grey Composting for Food Waste. They collect coffee grounds from cafes for a fee and process them and use it as fertilizers. Lastly, I interviewed Aurora about their pioneer project Green Grow. They collect spent coffee grounds from local cafes and use it to grow mushroom and distribute it online. I created a business canvas for each organization to compare and analyze. Since there are many opportunities, I created a How Might We board. By eliminating different constraints, I finally decided on my design question. How might we apply circular economy model to motivate companies to offer a convenient recycling system? I came up with 4 ideas. During my interview with Susan, the local artist, she mentioned that one frustration is that she doesn't get enough capsules of a certain color. Revive's founder, Scott, mentioned that they're missing out on the residential coffee waste now that everyone's working from home. I wanted to bridge the gap between users who want a convenient recycling system and businesses that need coffee waste as raw materials. Using Grey Composting model, my business will collect coffee waste from residential area and separate the pots to sell coffee grounds to companies or capsules to local artists. Using Wastebusters model, my second idea is to have a drop-off bin outside of Wastebusters. The business gets a stipend from the local council for diverting waste from landfill, and we will give raw materials back to local communities. Using Green Hive's model, my third idea is to have volunteers collecting coffee waste and bring them back to the workshop and make plastic clocks or aluminum jewelries and sell them online. My fourth idea is to use Aurora's technology, mycelium, the root structure of mushrooms. When it binds together organic matters like spent coffee grounds, it becomes durable and can grow into predictable shapes with the correct mold. So my idea is similar to a capsule manufacturer. The first step is to grow mushroom and capsule-shaped mycelium. The feasibility has been confirmed by Aurora during our meeting, and selling capsules to coffee companies will be the second step. Because the spent coffee grounds will be used to grow new batch of capsules, the business will be motivated to recycle. The mushroom will be harvested and sold online to reduce the cost to compete with plastic pots. With these ideas formed, I decided to consult some experts.
I think the fourth one, I think the Aurora one, has the best kind of circular element to it. And I think it's interesting and it's quite novel.
After listing all the comments from experts, I created a matrix using environmental impact and profitability and decided on my Aurora idea. To sense check and understand the potential market, I interviewed Sally from Greenbridge Organics Coffee Company.
We would definitely try that out. If it was really viable, if it was really a proper capsule, I think we would definitely try out for the people who do have those kind of capsules. I think it's a brilliant idea.
In addition, Ilva from Zero Waste Scotland told me in an email that coffee capsules are included in packaging extended producer responsibility, meaning that companies will be heavily penalized across the year for composite capsules. After understanding the business side, I hosted a co-design workshop with capsule users to design a better recycling system. There are 3 components for the workshop. I turned my first interim review video into an engagement tool. I then showed them successful case studies and started a co-design session. Since I only finished the workshop yesterday, I haven't had a chance to analyze the data. For my next step, I will create a service blueprint and try to grow my own mycelium capsule. This sums up everything I have done so far. Thank you for watching.